first breakthrough.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Vieira. Beckenbauer spots it and intercepts. Hazard. And here's Ibrahim. He's going for goal! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he? Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Could move up a gear here. Lahm.
Barcelona definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Very nicely done. Lahm. And here's Roberto Carlos. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Del Piero.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Eto'o. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Foot in. And it's Del Piero. Del Piero. Oh, that's ambitious. Oh, what's he done? Vieira. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Looking for the run. Big chance! Xavi. No way through there. Lahm. That has been slung wide.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Ibrahimovic.
Aston certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Now it's Del Piero. Roberto Carlos. Desai.
This is the time you need that pace.
Lahm. Now it's Lampard. Hazard. Oh, that's well spotted. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And we are back on the way.
Aston can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
It's hit the upright. Van Dijk goes back to front. It's a really well-measured ball. Can he get it through? Mohamed Salah. It's a threatening ball. Xavi.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Knocks it out wide. Lahm has the space to scheme. Lahm. Beckenbauer is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Del Piero. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Roberto Carlos. Lampard. It's Lampard! And that is doing no harm at all. Pass somewhat off target. And it's Lampard. Rafael Varane proves too strong. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Roberto Carlos. Stood up well to him there. Quarter of an hour into the second half.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And here's Mohamed Salah. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
El dorsal 15. Hazard. El dorsal 22.
So Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. Okay, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
It's a good spell of possession, this. Van Nistelrooy. Maldini deals with that comfortably. That pass isn't the best. Eto'o. And here's Roberto Carlos. Lampard. And it's Maldini. Ribéry is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Scholes did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. He's in plenty of space here. Scholes. Doku. Crosses it in. Oh, what has happened here? Crossed it again. This time, surely! Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Maldini. Ribéry quietly revving up. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
Aston really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Van Nistelrooy made a good run there.
I think there were a few doubts for a split second, Peter, as to whether he was offside. I think he really got away with one there.
And here's Eto'o. And it's Vieira. Well, this could be it, bar something close to a minor miracle.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show.
Right, Scholes. Doku. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And here's Scholes.
Scholes really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
looking to pass their way up the pitch. Ah, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. And he's only too happy to take that back. And here's Lampard. It's Lampard! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Aston really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Could be, there's the shot! And it's in! We thought they were done, but never say never. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. OK, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
Lampard concedes a free kick for that. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
Doku. And the shot! And I think we're done. Yes, we are done. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's away we go then. It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
I think it gets a terrible raw deal these days.
Oh no, what has happened here? Now it's Pelé. Stood up well to him there. Seedorf running with intent. Pelé. Now it's Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
That was probably asking just too much.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
Well, this is a guy who has pushed back the boundaries year on year. A brilliant maverick who just, Jim, seems to go on and on.
Yeah, he's simply the boss, Peter. Everyone else, including us, just the supporting cast in an act where he will always take centre stage.
And Zlatan show. Chance for a shot! Goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And here's Lampard. And it's Vieira. Knocks it out wide. And this is Lampard. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. And he's in on goal. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, that's fat. There's the header! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Kohler really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And that is expertly dealt with. Lahm. Azar driving forwards. Oh, good-looking ball. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He's had it taken off him. Zanetti.
Aston are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Del Piero is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot.
Manchester United definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Vieira. Played out to the left flank. And it's Lampard. Takes on his marker, bops him off it and wins back the ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was... Rummenigge! And it's in! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Whoever is in his path, he will always find shapes to shoot! Goal! Manchester United! And That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Manchester United have their lead. Lahm. Azar. It's a promising position. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Corner number 2 then. Zanetti clears it away. And it's Del Piero. He's gone for goal! Oh, it's come off the upright. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Good effort from distance. Thuram. Bale. Vieira. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Seedorf. And Zanetti. Plays a sharp little ball here. Zanetti. Zanetti crosses. He's made sure that's not getting through. That's good play. Del Piero. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Hazard. And here's Ibrahimovic. Not the most convincing of passes. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. Gets us going once more.
Aston really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Looking to play him in. Now it's Pelé. Pelé! Well, now it's a race for the ball. In towards the back stick. Oh, the ball this time, surely! And it's in! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Manchester United now in a position far more desirable.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
And this is Bale. Piqué lays it forward. Lampard. And it's Del Piero. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Del Piero. For Lahm. Cross from Rummenigge. And the keeper gets his hands on it.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. And here's Bale. Lampard. Azar. Del Piero. Oh, sweet feet. An instinctive delivery. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Azar. And it's Vieira. Ibrahimovic. He's found a way through. Ibrahimovic proves just a little bit too strong. Del Piero. That's a lovely, neat pass. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Bale. Vieira. For Ferdinand. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Ferdinand is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Zanetti. Azar. Now, he's got space here. He's in plenty of space here. Zanetti. And this is Azar. And the cross comes in. Lampard. Del Piero. In with the challenge. Oh, just skips, and the shot! It's hit the upright.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Looking for options for movement. And it's Del Piero. He'll try from distance! And how did he not put that away?
He's definitely playing with a lot more conviction. This team should look to him to produce the catalyst for a comeback.
Substitution for Manchester United.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Number 8, Seedorf. Number 19,
Ronaldinho.
Number
This is
9,
Rooney.
Pele. Number 13,
Yaya Toure.
Ibrahimovic. Coming on the field, number 10,
And it's Vieira.
Bruno Fernandes.
Semenyo.
Number 21, Pep Guardiola.
And this is Eto'o.
Number 17,
Oh, nice touch.
Ronaldinho.
He's found a way
Number
through.
7.
Shoots! Well taken goal. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Just 1 in it now.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Lam.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
And it's Yaya Toure. He's having a pop! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Zanetti looking to provide the solidity his team so need. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Zanetti. Vieira calmly anticipates. Knocks it into space. And that is a good ball to find. Goes for a shot! It's in! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that.
And that will be the final act. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And that gets things running. Well, there's the unmistakable figure of Dimitar Berbatov. There was never any question of leaving...
And he looked every bit the assured keeper there. Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. Now it's Tonali. Greenwood, he is onto this. Henderson. And now a sudden chance to counter. nicely aimed pass. And he's had it nicked away. Forlan, Berbatov. Chiellini gets across to intercept that. And it's Berbatov. Foot in. Mateus. Koller. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Rummenigge. Well, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. And here's the chance to counter. Now it's Berbatov. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. Koller. Baresi. Tonali is herring after that one. Van Dijk gives no quarter whatsoever. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Can he get onto this? Neither of these two want to come off second best. And the shot's on here. And it's Olmo. He's having a hit! And again, he is at his elastic best.
Great stop from the keeper. That was something else. He's definitely coming out on top at the moment.
Berbatov. And here's Forlan. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Now it's Tonali. He is through here. Now it's Greenwood. He's in plenty of space here. Rummenigge is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. And it's Lahm. So we're still where we started right now. Mateus. Mateus's delivery. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Keeper has taken decisive action. Quick look, then plays it in. Ajax have the chance to go the other way. And the pass is intercepted. That pass isn't the best. That's an imaginative pass. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Beckenbauer is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Now it's Tonali. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he shoots! Goal! Ajax! The movement so precise. The finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Number 17, Dani Olmo.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Tries to pass it through. Picks out brilliantly.
Aston truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Mateus can so cleverly bypass the press. Del Piero goes for a shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Oh, it was a brilliant touch to set himself up. Just a shame that the finish let him down.
Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Del Piero. That's good running with the ball. Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. Greenwood. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Del Piero. Greenwood. And it's Tonali. Looking for a runner.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, such a clever touch. And the referee has blown for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. So the action resumes.
Aston really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Now it's Berbatov. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Lahm is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Ribery going face-to-face with his great rival, and he lines up a terrific! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Jordan Henderson. Koller knocks it into space. Yep, it's a corner. Corner number 2 then. That's the keeper's ball.
Aston clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either.
Drop and Del Piero! Oh, denied brilliantly!
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 3 coming up. Space for him to turn and look. He's gone for goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
He's got away. Oh, that's nice. Lahm. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
And Mateus. Koller. Now it's Del Piero. And the finish! Strokes it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well, that is one way to stop him. That has ended up in no man's land. Aims beyond the... Great chance! And there's a goal! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Substitution for Ajax, number 10.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Ajax are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it. Now they have it.
And no! He had to, and yet he could not.
And how decisive might that prove, Peter? It really would have put the wind in their sails if they were just one down as opposed to two.
Number 18.
And a chance! And no mistake. Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
Just one in it now.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. Lovely feet. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And he's looking to catch him up. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good. Could be danger here. Looking. Oh, shooting chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Well, that looks a decent ball.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And the shot!
Aston really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Rafael Leao. Piqué cannot be beaten that easily. Lampard.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Semenyo, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Now the delivery.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Looking for the far post. Impressive jump. And there goes their last chance. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had to lose. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things already rolling. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
The defensive qualities of William Saliba. For me, Peter, he's someone who's shown great leadership from such a young age when starting his career in France. I see a lot of bravery and courage, and I think they're words you associate with somebody who is very good in both boxes.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Xavi, out towards the flank. Maldini, punched away. Eze. Nicely spread. He's on it, can he get away? Forced to go back. And it's Xavi. Ferdinand wins the duel this time. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Xavi. Salah. No lack of adventure up to now, just no breakthrough. Now it's Eto'o. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. He is through here. Salah. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. He's picked his way through. Xavi! Harmlessly behind. Ferdinand kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. No, he's not going to get any further than that. And it's Xavi. Ferdinand calmly anticipates. Del Piero is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Still goalless at the moment. Xavi. Great vision. He's been side down. Is that a penalty? The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, Jim, there's only one reason that he would be sent off there. It is the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity.
Substitution for Manchester United.
Del Piero with a real chance here.
Del Piero.
Well, it's quite simple. They have the best man for the job on it.
Number 6, Varane.
Del Piero! That has not gone
Great
well.
feat, that.
Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. Rummenigge in the hunt and looking threatening. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
What a hit! The save was firm.
Manchester United have found chances hard to come by, so that's perfectly understandable.
Rummenigge. And the finish! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Van Dijk gets over and intercepts. 15 minutes till half-time.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Maldini charging forward, the ball at his feet. And it's Xavi. Rummenigge. Good read, needed to be. Pinches it off him. Rummenigge. Xavi. Lahm picks it up out wide. Nice interception, well timed. Shot could be on. Mohamed Salah. And here's Eto'o. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Eto'o. Played in by Eto'o. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Well, they can break here. Well timed, excellent interception. Mohamed Salah quietly revving up. And it's Xavi. Can he get on the end of this? Lahm. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Two added minutes has been indicated.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Reflections on the first half?
Aston have played reasonably well, but perhaps they're overdoing things down the left flank. They've concentrated an awful lot in that area.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And here is the first touch of the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign.
Can he finish? And again, goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
The first breakthrough.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposite.
Eto'o! He's got a goal! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
No, again, there's no way through. That is a great pick out. And he was alert to it. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Manchester United clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Mohamed Salah unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. In towards the back stick. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Rummenigge, the pressing's intense and it's paid off. And it's Del Piero. Oh, perfectly measured that. That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pass somewhat off target. Oh, he's been caught. It's Ibrahimovic! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Substitution for Manchester United.
So we have movement on both benches.
Rummenigge. Number 10, Ibrahimovic. Number 22, Eze. Number 17,
Messi.
Mohamed
Lovely
Salah.
feet. He'll try
And
from
on the field,
distance.
Number 11,
Again, a brilliant save.
Number
Messi
32,
really can't believe it.
Van
Foiled by the
Nistelrooy.
keeper again.
Number 20, Schneider.
He is
Number
through here.
19, Motti.
It's a loose pass.
Substitutions taking place.
Chooses to go cross-field. Semenyo. And it's Lam. Eto needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Azar. Great defending, strong and determined. Schneider. Lam proves too strong. Over to the right flank. Messi! Oh, he's hit the bar! Ambitious, but just off target.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Rafael Varane is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. And this is Schneider. Schneider showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Manchester United needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And it's Van Nistelrooy. Lampard. Looking to play him in. And the pass is intercepted. Messi. Played into space. That's good vision. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. Threads one in. Oh, that's nice. Swings it across. It's out for a goal kick. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Lampard. Nice control. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now he's got space here, and he cuts out the supply.
2 added minutes
This is a
has
promising
been
build-up.
indicated.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. And it's Schneider. Van Nistelrooy tries one from range. That was superb goalkeeping. And that will be it. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and occasionally magic. Simply, they had all the right answers. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So things are underway. The Czech Republic have gone with a 4-5-1, Jim.
Well, if you want to secure a clean sheet, Peter, this is a very good way of going about it. It adds discipline and lends a stubbornness to...
Decent chance! There it is! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration,
After
voila.
7 minutes is number 19, Alvarez.
An early launch, just as they wanted, just as they hoped it. And it's a foul. Kral. Now it's Schick. Shapes to shoot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. He's taking no chances there. And now they can spring out of defence. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Well, that pass isn't the best. Alvarez. Van Nistelrooy. And Mateus. And here's Van Nistelrooy. The defence opting here for strength in numbers.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Stood up well to him there. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Yeah, we get to see this more and more, defenders popping up in these positions.
Kovac claims it without any fuss. Safal. Socek. Oh, this looks sharp. Passing is crisp and sharp. Out towards the flank. And Kral. Mateus wins the duel this time. Pele conjures time and space where few can. Lovely, now then, and the shot! Kral.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Distributed tidily. Tries to play it through. Now it's Pele. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Lahm got a long way forward to join the attack. Alvarez. And the shot! And he hits the net. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And he was quick to react. Kral. It's a really well-measured ball. Kral. And here's Schick. Oh, that's nicely done. And he's quick to return it. Van Nistelrooy. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Great ball, and he's in here! Nesta is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Mateus, and it's Van Nistelrooy. Schick.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, that's sweet, almost telepathic. Sofal. Beckenbauer clears it away. Van Nistelrooy. That is good alertness. Aimed beyond the defence.
There will be 1 minute
That is
added
not
time.
the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. So, your views on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it
And
ain't
a quick
broke, don't
reminder
fix it.
today,
So I
everybody,
think the
to
manager
make
has to
sure
resist
put any
change
litter in the
at this
bins
stage.
provided. Thank you for your
Oh, who could have
cooperation.
predicted a scoreline like this after just 45 minutes? The sides separated by 2.
And please welcome our lads to the field. Substitution for Czech Republic, number 10, Schick.
Down to business
Coming
again.
on the field is number 9.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Beckenbauer. Rafael Varane is very much of the non-shell pass school of defending. Tries to pass it through. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Pele unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Chance here to counter. Beckenbauer. And Güler. And here's Alvarez. Pele. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. He's going for goal! Boy, he struck that clean. Nesta. Mateus needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah, he's had so much room to operate in. He's been running the show, but maybe the curtain's about to come down on him. What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Souček. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Goulet. Arda Goulet. There's the shot! Oh, he has absolutely drilled that.
Goulet clearly feels he did everything right there. He really wasn't that far away.
That has been slung wide. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Jurasek. Lojek. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Mateus, a picture of focus and alertness. Beckenbauer, and here's Goulet. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. And here's the chance to counter. Now this could be a chance. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Oh, good looking ball. Souček, that's going wide left. Kral. Knocks it into space, and he's straight offside. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
Number 15.
Nesta. Goulet is the team's great visionary. Kral. Lojek. That's a good ball out wide. Nesta getting this one clear. Pele. Can he get on the end of this? That's a good ball. The Czech Republic needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Pele.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now it's Alvarez. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And that was asking for too much. Jurasek. Beckenbauer gives no quarter whatsoever. Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Pele! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. keeper has taken decisive action. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Pele. Lojek. And it's Souček. Over to the right flank. Rafael Varane. Oh, can he get onto this? Pele, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Souček. Sofal. And Kral. And it's made its way to him. Now is this the final? And the finish! It is close, but that is the last of it. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. Alvarez taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Your reflections then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
When you're walking through the gates.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So things are underway. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Out of play for a goal kick. Well, plenty argue, Jim, that Lothar Matthäus is the complete footballer. Do you think so?
Yeah, he's a goal-scoring number 10 and a sweeper all in one. That's a pretty unique skill set. His career is all about leadership, glory and superb character.
And not a few goals, actually.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Pelé, and here's Goulet. Arda Goulet, real chance! Goal! And that for him is goal number 10.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
After 14 minutes is number 15.
It is a super start. So far, so very good. Wilkin played out towards the right wing. Showing good feet. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. Malaysia genuinely seem like a side that's confident with the quality they have out wide. They certainly like their little intricate combinations and link-ups.
Well, that's the impression I'm getting.
Yeah, I think you'll want to make sure you give the opposition a different look with each attack, variation, unpredictability. You know, that's always key to success.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Matthäus can see things others simply cannot. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Rafael Varane and Matthäus. Thuram. Beckenbauer and Matthäus. And it's Arda Güler. And it's Lam. He's on it, can he get away? That is very well defended.
Alvarez really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Alvarez, chance for a shot! Well, now it's a race. Oh, he's been caught on it here. He slings it in. Cleared away. Made sure that's not getting through. Malaysia have the chance to go the other way. Hevel. Corbin Ong. Saad. Over to the right flank.
Aston can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Matthäus. Van Nistelrooy. Now, can they get him away? Van Nistelrooy. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And this is Van Nistelrooy. He is just caressing the ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, good spread. Ayman. It's a promising position. That's tidy. And the referee has signalled for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Those of you making their way home.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
So it has been pretty frantic here. Everybody eagerly awaiting the start of the second half.
Everyone, please welcome our players to the field.
The second period is underway.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, nice touch. Can he finish? And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Nesta gets across to intercept that. Pelé. Goulet. Here's a man who is... Alvarez! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
I don't think anyone's really surprised that he's tried that, Peter. He's certainly confident in smacking one from range.
Corbin Ong. Wilkin. Spread to the right. Now the ball in.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Still just a single goal between the sides. Lahm is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Crosses it in, skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. He's there to head it! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Hevel. Corbin Ong.
The attendance
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Wilkin. That's a good ball out wide. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Lam, Goulet, Pele. That's a promising position. And that's aimed into the middle. Keeper's dealt with that. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Thuram. Played into space. It's a goal kick. Malaysia choosing to make the first change.
Yeah, it was pretty clear the manager's not been getting what he wants out of his players, so a substitution was going to come. I think it could have been sooner.
Corbin Ong. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Mateus. Pele. Lam is one whose deliveries we all know about. Tries to... Impressive jump! And yes, it's there! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
Substitution in progress.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
That's a nicely shaped ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Played down the flank. No, it's come to nothing. And it's Lam. Defending of the desperate variety. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Malaysia can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
They get a throw in. And he lines up a cross. Played out to the left flank.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Has a look and plays it forward. Mateus. That's going wide left. Pele with the cross. Tries to get it clear.
3 minutes added time.
Hevel. And they win it back again. Van Nistelrooy. And the shot! And it's there! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. Minimal lapse, maximum punishment. How that hurts.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Beckenbauer. And that's it. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. Goulet picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. The strains of the national anthem of Colombia. And that gets things running. Well, it's a formation, this, Jim, with a packed midfield, isn't it?
Yeah, and it allows for a lot of flexibility, Peter. You know, combative without the ball, expansive with it. It's a system that's naturally going to ask an awful lot from your central striker, but also for anyone positioned out wide. You're the key supply route, and at the same time, the defensive cover. So, effectively, you're the lungs and legs of the team.
That's a sharp pass. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Arda Güler. Cross in, looks like a good one. Philip Lahm, Jim Beglin, one of the greatest fullbacks ever, perhaps.
Oh, without doubt, Peter. He's definitely in that category when it comes to legendary players. I don't think I've seen someone as adaptable, as dependable, both going forward and having to get back too. Plus, he's got that excellent leadership he's always displayed, and he's won everybody's respect.
Yeah, and once described by one of the world's greatest managers as the most intelligent player I ever coached. Diaz. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Knocks it into space.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Well, it's a look of bewilderment. His touch deserted him at the key moment.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Best left there.
Lerma.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Munoz. Colombia have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game too.
Keeper's dealt with that. Colombia have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Pelé. He's shifting through the gears here. So it's going to be another corner. And the keeper beats it away. And he's managed to get rid. And it's Arda Güler. Güler will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. What a throw in. No outsmarting him this time. James Rodriguez. Duran. Mojica. Well, that looks a decent ball. It's gone behind for a goal kick. James Rodriguez. Cuesta. Lerma. Cuesta. And it's Lerma. Mojica. And it's James Rodriguez. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mateus. Goulet. And it's Van Nistelrooy. And Mateus. Beckenbauer is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pelé unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And here's Diaz, and he's had it nicked away. Now it's Alvarez, now it's Pelé, now it's Goulet. Played out to the left flank. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Shapes to shoot! And it's a goal!
Surprise, surprise. Look who turns up to give his side the ultimate lift before the break. Now we can look forward to a whole different game in this second half.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
Munoz kept his eye on it, and he's there. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. And the counter is on. Oh, good. Van Nistelrooy!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now, can they get it back? Oh, he's been caught on it! Terrific effort! Oh, it rattles the bar! And that's a good finish. And they're threatening to fly away here. Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
And that is all they have time for.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Well, who could have predicted a scoreline like this after just 45 minutes? The sides separated by 2.
Los jugadores están entrando al campo de juego.
Away we go again. Nicely weighted ball. Alvarez. Alvarez is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Big chance! And that should get the job done. Hangs one in.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Towering header! Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
It's Pele! Brilliant from Pele! A finish right from the top draw. And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
"3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. James Rodriguez. Munoz. Delivered low. Pele. Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Alvarez. Can he get it through? Now, can they get him away? And here's Alvarez. Mateus being hunted in packs.
Yeah, he's had so much room to operate in. He's been running the show, but maybe the curtain's about to come down on him.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Aston clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup. Aston are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is banging their favour.
Lukuni. Loma. Played it back.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And it's Van Nistelrooy. He's looking wide. Alvarez. Diaz.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And he stands tall, impenetrable. Pele going face-to-face with his great rival. Tries to play it through. Very nicely done. This looks promising. Can he finish? And he should have made it 4.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Van Nistelrooy. Threads one in. Oh, he's played it in low. And he's there to get it away. Goulart receives it in a good position here. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Cambio en Colombia. Número 14. Número 11. Entran número 9. Número 20.
He's had it taken off him. Lam is looking to influence the game from out wide. And it's Quintero. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Well timed, excellent interception. James.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Colombia can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Now it's Cordoba. And they win it back again. Goulet. And that's really well manoeuvred. And this is Pele. He's going for goal. And for sure, that was not one of his best.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
So 3-0 now, and surely there'll be no twists in the plot. Diaz. Nice bit of trickery. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Thuram gets across to intercept that. Mateus. Now it's Alvarez. Looking for the run. Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Cambio en Colombia.
So here comes the substitution.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Opportunity for Beckenbauer. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Mojica.
Se agregarán 3 minutos al tiempo reglamentario.
And the number on the board is 3. And it's Munoz. Beckenbauer. Alvarez. Shifted it to the flank. That is a great pick out. So that's it. It is all over. This is a side which is purring, picture perfect to win. They will relish having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. Mateus claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Aston definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.